Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to another Chamber Check-in episode from Idaho's only five-star accredited chamber. Today, I'm really excited to feature Allison Navarro and Karen Sanders, both affiliated with Girls on the Run Treasure Valley, both community leaders, and we're talking about 25 years of this organization. So I have them both hopping on today to talk about their celebration coming up and all the good things that Girls on the Run do for this community. So without further ado, I'm going to bring them on stage. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Allison.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, thanks for carving out a little time today. I'm really excited to help share the Girls on the Run story. This program has been going since 2020 to help share our member stories, their programs and services. And I think it's really special as we enter into fall. I don't know if that's happening yet with the weather outside today, but fall is cross country to me. And I grew up running cross country, and it's one of my favorite seasons. And I love how Girls on the Run kind of is in that fall season. And I'm excited for you to share how the positive impact that the organization has made. But first, let's start with y'all. Tell us a little bit about you. And for our listeners that don't know you, give us a little bit about your background and what you're doing right now. So we'll start with you, Karen.
Well, thank you, first of all, for having us on, Paul. This is super exciting to be celebrating 25 years of Girls on the Run. So I'm Karen Sonder. I'm one of the co-founders of Girls on the Run Treasure Valley. And currently I do business development for HDR Engineering. So that's where I am now, one of your chamber members. So super proud to be that. So Allison?
Hi, everyone. I'm Allison Navarro, and I've been with Girls on the Run for about 2.5 years now. And here is the executive director and helping our organization just serve more girls within our community, and proud to be a chamber member, and so proud to continue on the legacy that Karen and the other founders have started for Girls on the Run.
Well, those are some short intros, and both of you have played big roles in this community. Karen, we get to work together all the time. And Allison, you help with my kids in their cross-country days through the YMCA in your past profession. Girls on the Run is so excited to have you, blessed to have you as the leader in the organization. So I guess we'll start out with you, Karen, as a co-founder of Girls on the Run. Help me share what Girls on the Run is, when it was founded, what its kind of core mission and vision is.
Absolutely. So I had the opportunity way back in 1999 to go to a Women's Sports Foundation conference. Happened to sit next to a lovely lady who reached over. I told her what I was doing at the time, which was I was with the Women's Fitness Celebration as the event director. And she said, you know, I'm doing this little program up here in Vermont, and it's called Girls on the Run. And she handed me a trifold brochure, very, very small brochure. And I thought, well, that's cool. Took it back to my coworkers at the celebration and said, you know, I think we should look into this. And so we reached out to Molly, who was the founder of Girls on the Run International at the time, and said, you know, would you be willing to come out and come to the celebration and first of all, train us? I mean, train the trainers so that we could actually become one of the coaches. And she was very gracious, came out, celebrated with us at that event. And then we said, let's do one of these. And so we did one event, one program. It was the spring of 2000, I believe. And we had 13 girls. It was really, really small. And then that following year, Women's Fitness Celebration joined forces with St. Luke's. And at that time, we launched the nonprofit Girls on the Run Idaho, doing business as Treasure Valley. And, you know, you don't know what you don't know. We're like, well, let's start a nonprofit. You know, why not? Because we think this is important. All three of the co-founders, myself, Jeanette Risch, and Lorene Oates, had grown up playing sports, and we just knew how important it was to be part of a team and to have that coaching and that mentoring. And so we were all in 1,000%. And so we put our backs behind this and said, let's start this, because the mission of creating these really strong goals by being able to participate and have this mentoring was so important to us. So that's how it started. We're like, why not? Let's start a nonprofit. So here we are 25 years later.
Karin, what a great story. We always have some great ideas on plane rides, right? And you're always sitting next to somebody.
Yep. And the lady Nancy who I met way back when, I happened to go to a Girls on the Run conference, and she was retiring, and I went up to her and I said, "You may not remember me." And she goes, "Oh no, I remember you." And I have a picture of her and I at that conference all these years later. Just because we were inspired to help young girls become strong adults.
You mentioned that this is an international organization. Help me understand a little bit more about that.
So it started in North Carolina in 1996. So when you look at the years, we were not long after them starting out and establishing our own council here. And so it's, it's grown. I think it's over, I had like 160 some chapters now.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's Allison. Yeah, back me up on my facts here, but some of them are really large in some of the largest cities. But what I would say about our chapter is I think we've been one of the most consistent, and not just consistent, but quality of programming throughout the years. We've just had an enormous amount of support from volunteer board members, volunteer coaches, sponsors, parents willing to sign up their girls, you name it. Those two words come, to mind: consistency and quality. And I think a lot of the chapters look to Allison today as a mentor for what's going on around the country.
Allison and Karin, we are really lucky to live in a community that is very healthy oriented. You name it, there is a fun run all the time. The YMCA, Allison, as you know, has been a huge community partner in healthy living, and healthy activity. My sons both have done North Junior High cross country, and what's unique, I think, is that there are North Junior High, just here in the North End, has way more cross-country runners than it seems like other schools around the Treasure Valley. And another fun fact is by far the girls outnumber the boys. And so I would say that has something to do with the Girls on the Run, and just kind of that healthy lifestyle activity here in the North End. But Allison, tell us more about how Girls on the Run impacts that next emerging workforce, that next leader, that next elected official. And I'm going to give you the stage here.
Yeah. No, thanks, Paul. You're right. I mean, Girls on the Run really is a starting point for those girls. We serve girls that are in 3rd through 8th grade, and whether they're, they want to run fast or they are learning about running, that's just one of the tools that we give them. We really try to connect that physical activity with those mental health tools that we give them about being confident, managing their emotions, and conflict resolution, and being a good person and a good community member by doing a community impact project. So we really love to see our girls as part of this program flourish as they go into their next stage, whether that's junior high or high school, and taking those tools with them to become the next leaders in our country and in our community. So it's a great program. It's 8 weeks long right now, and we serve girls in the fall and in the spring. So that's, as Karin was mentioning, we're consistent. Our program is here for them throughout the school year, and a lot of councils don't have that option depending on weather or support. And we feel so fortunate that we can offer the girls in our community our program in the fall and in the spring. And we, culminate with those 5Ks. There is a race every weekend somewhere in the Valley. And a lot of times you'll see us at an event, or the girls that are participating, or our wonderful volunteers.
So you said it was an 8-week program.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit more about what a participant would experience during that 8 weeks?
Yeah, so during that 8-week program, the girls and their volunteer coaches, they practice twice a week, and every practice has a lesson. We have an evidence-based curriculum that we use to help the girls learn some life skills about, like I said, managing emotions, connecting those, everyday activities of how to handle a situation in the lunchroom or with a teacher or with another adult. And so they practice these lessons and curriculum through active conversation and discussion, and then we incorporate that physical activity into the activity playing or into the lesson during that time, playing games, and then visiting with those mentors. Through those 8 weeks, the girls become friends. They, have these peers within their school, and then they come to the end of the season, and they run a 5K, not only with the girls, but with the girls from across the Treasure Valley, and then their coaches run with them and their families. So a lot of our girls, it's, they're young, so this could be their first 5K, and also it's a lot of the girls, depending on where we are in the valley, it's those parents' first 5K as well, and so they get to accomplish that together and cross that finish line where they're just beginning their development and their careers of being those young ladies.
My daughter was part of Girls on the Run through Sage International for a few years, and she's not the running type, and I think that's okay. And I'd like to say something about that, because
Yeah.
you'll get those girls that'll just walk the course and get that conversation and that curriculum. I think that's really important to mention.
Yeah. Oh, Paul, that is a huge thing. We don't expect anyone to run the whole time. We want them to be there and participate. They don't have to run. The movement is the key. Volunteers also question that too. You don't have to be a runner to be a volunteer. You just have to care about the girls in the community, to be out there. And we're understanding. Everyone crosses the finish line at a different pace, and we call it their happy pace. So that's all they have to do, is find that pace for themselves, and we encourage all of that.
Yeah, Paul, we see girls come across skipping, running, rolling, jumping, you name it. It's so joyful. And Allison's right. It is about the movement.
And what's funny is when there's a medal involved, they do run.
Yes, a medal and a flower are handed to them, and they come charging through that finish line for that.
Those 5Ks before the start are so inspiring. Each school has their own little slogan and their own signs, and it's really cool. So it's a camaraderie and a gathering of like-minded people.
Yeah, every school, you're right. Each school does it a little differently. Some schools will have a tutu, some schools will have the girls sign their shirts. So there's all kinds of different activities for them that their coaches help them with. But we're in Canyon County, we are in Elmore County, we are in Ada County. We have a pilot site up in Moscow and in Grangeville. So we're all over the Treasure Valley, and these girls all get to experience these 5Ks together, which is amazing. And this fall, particularly, we're going to be at about 35 schools, and we just are so excited for this big fall season.
Okay, 25th anniversary celebration. What's the lowdown?
Well, so I'll give you some of the details about the event, but we're looking for those people that have participated in Girls on the Run, either as a coach, or if you were a girl, or if you volunteered, or a former board member. Karen wants to see all of those people that helped her start this, and we want to see them too. And we're inviting everyone to Hawks Stadium on September 28th, which is a Sunday. We're doing a group photo at noon, but activities will start at 11, and we'll have cotton candy, lemonade, and I believe there'll be popcorn, some fun raffle prizes, and kind of a walk down memory lane of what your shirts looked like, what our curriculum looked like, and how much we've grown. And we're just inviting anyone who is a supporter of Girls on the Run to come out and celebrate this 25th anniversary with us and show those girls what they can do in the future and just how far we've come.
Yeah. When you think about it, Paul, it's, 25 years ago, where are those young girls now? And I think Allison talk to you about this as well. Some of them are our young professionals in the community now. Some of them are running their own businesses, working for corporations here and beyond Idaho. And we have some volunteers that have come back that were those young girls participating in the program, and their passion is just amazing. And so alumni, just we want to see them all. And if we can get a really, really large photo of folks that come and join us for the 25th celebration, it'll be special for sure.
What a milestone for any organization.
Mm-hmm.
The impact is just incredible. I want to make sure that we covered everything I know that we wanted to cover during our call. Hey, how can the business community engage with Girls on the Run?
Well, we at Girls on the Run are always looking for partnerships and sponsorships and volunteers. So, between coaching a season with us for that 8 weeks, or volunteering at the 5K, having your business come out and support us at the 5K with a booth and a tent, and cheering on those girls, or becoming a sponsor and really becoming that community partner that we need to be able to make this program possible. Those are all areas that our business community can continue to help. We have great sponsors and have for the past 25 years. One of them's been with us almost 20 years. And we love to have another partner like that.
Yeah, Paul, and I would just add to that we don't turn anybody away. So a large part of what our community support goes to are those scholarships. So this is important that we make sure that this is welcoming and accessible for any young girl that would like to participate in this program. And so we work really hard to raise those funds so that we can cover those registration fees and make sure that everybody's welcome. And when we talk about partnerships, we've had Shoes Running Store, for example, making sure that kids have shoes to run. There are some families that could be a barrier to participating. And so we want to remove those barriers. And I think, as an organization over the 25 years, we've worked really, really hard to remove those barriers.
Yes. Yeah.
Incredible. I've got the website scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and just from the homepage, there's all these great links to what you do, how to get involved, the 5K, support us. And then another one with registration. Is registration still open for the program for fall? Tell us more about that. And are you still looking for coaches?
So we are still looking for a few more coaches. There's lots of schools that will still need one or more coaches. Registration is open for girls right now through September 8th, and you can sign up at a school near you. And, one thing that we do try to break those barriers. So if your child is homeschooled or you go to another school, but we don't have Girls on the Run at that school, they're still welcome to sign up at a location that works for your family. So, as Karin's mentioned, we're trying to remove any barriers and offer these programs to girls no matter where they're at and meet them where they are. So lots of opportunity and scholarships still available.
And so we can sign up our kids right from the registration link on the website, gotrtv.org. Fall registration is open until September 8th. The 25th anniversary celebration is September 28th at the Boise Hawks Stadium. And I saw a kickball tournament. Tell us about that.
So in collaboration with our anniversary celebration, our young professional board is putting on a kickball tournament. So Paul, if you need to come out and, get fun going on, we're going to be there for that. We don't ask anyone to run too hard. No one needs to get hurt, but it's super fun. We did this last year, right there on the Hawks field. Lots of teams come out in their costumes. We give out awards for best dressed team, prizes for the first top 3 teams, and lots of raffle prizes. So businesses can sign up a team. It's a great team building opportunity for a lot of our chamber partners.
I love it. Okay. Is there anything else while we have you that you'd like to educate the listeners on?
Gosh, first of all, Paul, thank you. We're super excited. 25 years is, of course, a fabulous milestone, but I'll just reiterate, this organization would not exist without the support of volunteers, community partners, sponsors, an amazing team that Allison has, and it just come out and support us, find out what it's all about, and just even if you volunteer at a 5K, you'll be hooked. It's the energy at the 5K, watching the families. My favorite thing to do, I'm always at the finish line, and seeing those families participate together, because the impact is not just to that girl, it does go out into the community, and we see the parents participating, which is just, we've done our job then.
Yeah.
Allison, any
No, I
closing
think,
remarks?
again, we just are so appreciative of, oh, sorry, just community has been so supportive, and we're so thankful for them. And we hope to see you at our events. Come and say hi, come and hang out with us, sign up to volunteer for a coach, or just to be out there with us.
All right, I can't leave without doing the chant. Are you guys ready? You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't rehearsed this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Girls on the Run
Oh,
is
fun. It's so much fun.
Bye, you guys. See you soon.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.